Okay, I'm really going to get the hang of this one of these days, so just bear with me. So today we're going to do operations with scientific notation. Again, this is page 9 from your notes. It's from Kudu Software. Go to the web page if you want to and pull down the whole thing. And I also just went online and I just found a graphing calculator, scientific calculator. They're going to be different than yours. The difficult part about today is doing just that, trying to figure out what your calculator needs for you to put, which buttons you need to push in order to make this problem work. So I'm going to give it a shot, and you may need to go to your user guide on your calculator or do a video on your specific calculator to see which one of the buttons that you need to push for your calculator. So what we've got today then is, again, let's just sort of review. This would be in scientific notation. In decimal notation, that would be, we'll move the decimal point 1, 2, 3 places. So that would be 0.00108. If you can't find the button on your calculator, you can always convert these. And on this one then, that would be 3 decimal places from here, 1, 2, 3. So that would be 0.0093. And if you needed to just do your calculator that way to come up with the answer, then you'd have to convert your answer back to scientific notation in order for you to use it with MathXL. But today it's mostly about, can I use a graphing calculator or your scientific calculator to come up with the answer for that. So let's move on over here then. So if I had something like 1.08 times 10 to the negative third, I would go ahead and put in 1.08, 1.08. Let me go ahead and clear all that I can clear there. Sorry, 1.08. And this is the key on this calculator. That's the important one, the EXP key. Now, in some of your graphing calculators, it's EE, and it all depends on your calculator as to which one it is that you need to use. That takes care of the times 10 to the. So the only thing I need to enter on here is the first part of the number and the number of places you move the decimal point. So I need to do that as -3. Now watch your calculator. Sometimes your calculator has a negative sign instead of a subtract sign. And in that case, you'd need to use the negative sign. This one just has a subtract sign, so that was the one I needed to use for that. Okay, and you'll notice that when I push the equal sign, then it is actually going to convert that back for me. But I entered it in scientific notation. So let's go ahead and multiply that times the next one. The next one is times, and I'm going to go ahead and put that in parentheses, 9.3. Again, my exponent takes care of times 10 to the, and that's also -3. Close my parentheses, and then that's going to give me an answer. So that means then that the answer here is in standard form. I'm going to write the answer in scientific notation. So that needs to move the decimal point all the way from here to there. So the final answer is going to be 10044 with the decimal point right there at the end of the 1 times 10 to the, and now we have to figure out how many places we moved it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would be 5 places, but it would be a small number, a number less than 1. So we'd need to use that as times 10 to the -5th. Okay? Now, if you don't happen to have that graphing calculator and you have a different graphing calculator, then I'm going to go ahead and try and show you, and now this is a really small little screen, question number 3. So if I have question number 3, my graphing calculator button is right there above the comma, so that instead of hitting the EXP key, I just hit the EE key. On this one, you'll notice that it's in blue, which means I'd have to hit the Shift key and then hit the comma key in order for it to come up. I'd put in my parentheses, I'd put everything in the way that it's supposed to go. Sorry, I can't see it. And then that's going to give me a final answer once I type it in. And it is going to give it to me in scientific notation. So for number 3, then the answer is 9.28 times 10 to the negative 11th. Again, I'd love to be easier to show that to you, but I can't when it comes to graphing calculators and different calculators, because each one of them are programmed just a little bit differently. If you have questions about yours and want to see me a screenshot of your calculator, then I can help you do that. All right, so that's all of the lesson that I'm going to video for today. So I am going to put some links on the website, on the homepage for you to look at if you need more help with it. Also, MathXL has several different things for you to use. There's instructor help there. We've got tutoring available if you need it. So please just keep in touch with me about how things go, and we'll make it through this.